Hello friends, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sana, mrs.perfectly.imperfect.keto, where being perfect is overrated and being imperfect is appreciated. Today is Friday, March 10th. Thankfully, today is a relaxed homeschooling day for us, so I have a little bit of flexibility when it comes to preparing dinner today. I like to get dinner done early on Fridays because it definitely just kind of sets the tone for the day, that we can have a lot of time during the day to just simply relax, because Monday through Thursday we have a very hectic homeschooling schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all what I am making for dinner. All right, friends, so I do have these two whole chickens that I had gotten from Sam's Club. So the total weight for both of these, so that is what the packaging is going to show. So it's 10.42 pounds for both of these together. So I mean, the price wasn't bad. It was at $1.48 per pound. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do both of them. I'm going to season them both differently. So what I'm going to do, because I definitely don't want to handle the camera and really not handle much in my kitchen while dealing with chicken, because, you know, definitely we have to be concerned about the salmonella. So I'm going to go ahead and glove up and cut into these packages, and I'm going to get them seasoned. I'll show you all what it looks like once I have both of these seasoned, and we'll get into how I'm going to cook these whole chickens. All right, friends, so I do have both chickens very well seasoned. I season all over, so you definitely are going to want to pull back the drumstick, the legs. You're going to want to pull back the wings and season in every single nook and cranny. As you can definitely see on this one, I go ahead and I pull up the skin, and you're definitely going to want to season very well under that skin as well. It is definitely going to give you such great seasoned flavor underneath that skin. So I did the same with this. So you definitely do see that both of these look differently. What I basically did was, for this one, it was the larger out of the two. So this one was basically roughly a little over 5 pounds. And then this one was a little roughly over the 4-pound measurement. So what I did was I did Slap Your Mama seasoning. So this is the seasoning that I use. It is a Cajun blend, so it does have a little kick to it. And let me go ahead and turn, that way you all can see the ingredients. So this has salt, red pepper, black pepper, and garlic. I'm going to see how I do with this. I know the black pepper is definitely considered high oxalate, so I'm going to see how I do. Preferably, it's good to have white pepper instead, because obviously you're achieving low oxalate with the white pepper. But I'm going to see, as I said, how I do, because this is all about my N=1 experimenting. So we'll see if possibly it causes me any irritations. So that is why this one here, I kept it simple. I didn't have any issues with the garlic powder, so I went ahead and seasoned it with garlic powder as well as salt. This one, I did not add any additional salt at this point in time, because as you can see from that Slap Your Mama seasoning, it does have salt as the first ingredient, so it is definitely very salty as it is. So I'm going to show you all what I'm going to do. I'm going to first go ahead in with this one that was a little bit larger, and I'm going to show you all how I'm going to basically just cook both of these chickens. So they're both going to cook in their own separate individual time. So what I have here is my Ninja Foodie pot, As you can see, I still have that same rack that I usually use when it comes to basically doing my boneless leg of lamb, when it comes to doing my air fried burger patties, but now I have it at that low setting because I definitely want to be able to take advantage of having the low setting. Otherwise, if I was to have it at that top tier setting, my lid's not going to be able to shut with a whole chicken. So as you can see, I have some water in there right now. So what I did was I used two 16.9 flow ounce water bottles. That way I can have some water in there to get ready to pressure cook. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and try to do this one-handed here. So I want to go ahead and keep this breast side up. So it's going to be breast side up. That way I don't have to worry about any flipping or anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and start with the breast side up. So I'm going to make sure there's no shadow so you all can see. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this glove. And what we're going to simply do is we're going to go in with some pressure cooking time for this chicken first. So I'm going to go ahead and set my Ninja Foodi. I'm going to set it for pressure on high. And because this one was a larger one, I'm going to go in with 20 minutes. That is what it's going to need. So average a little bit over 5 pounds or about 5 pounds. It pretty much just needs 20 minutes. Usually when it comes to like a 4-pounder, I go in with about like 15 minutes. So we're going to go ahead in with 20 minutes and we're going to go ahead and put our pressure lid on. And thank you guys for bearing with me because I still do not have my new camera set up. I'm still waiting for all the pieces that come with it. So thank you for bearing with me as I do this one-handed. So we're going to go ahead, as I said, we're going to have it for sealed pressure. And let's go ahead and just get this started. All right, so it's going to pressure cook for 20 minutes. I am going to show you all what it looks like once it quick releases that pressure, and you will see what it looks like after 20 minutes of pressure cooking. And then I'll show you guys what I do after the pressure cooking method. All right, friends, the pressure is now released. So let me go ahead and get this opened. Get rid of the lid. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So as you can see, all that steam's now coming out. So it looks pretty good. So I like to pressure cook first. I know a lot of people, they definitely like to just go in with air crisping or air frying. But for me, I just prefer the pressure cooking and then air frying it. So as you guessed it, that's actually what we're going to do next. So we're going to go ahead and now air crisp, air fry this bird. All right, friends, I am back. When I had mentioned the coloring on this bird, it reminded me I had forgotten my melted butter. So definitely I want to go in with some melted butter. I'm going to try to achieve this one-handed. And I still have all that broth from the water that I added, as well as this chicken definitely made a lot of juices. I still keep it in the pot. I never see any issue leaving all that water in here during the air frying, air crisping. You do you. For me, it's just a lot easier to just kind of get this chicken fully taken care of. And then once I have the pot empty, I simply just pour out that broth into a dish. So I'm going to go ahead, as I said, 400 degrees for 15 minutes, and then we can definitely take a look to see if we have the perfect skin as well as crisping on this bird. All right, friends, the air frying time just went off for that 400 degrees, 15 minutes. So as you can see, we have some great coloring on the skin. So right now it is very, very crispy. So I'm going to go ahead, even though it's that crispy, you could hear the juiciness. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. And once I have this other bird fully done between the pressure cookering as well as the air crisping, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you all what that looks like when both birds are basically complete. That way this video does not end up being forever long. So it's going to be the same exact process. So I will show you guys both birds once they are both completely done. All right, friends, I now have both of the birds done. So I have this first one here that was simply just the garlic and the salt. So you can definitely see how juicy that is. And I have his buddy right here. That was the Slap Ya Mama seasoning. So this one came out beautiful as well. I did want to mention, I do leave the broth. So from this first guy here, I did leave the broth in the unit during the air fry process. But even once this one got completed, I did leave it in there again because we definitely wanted to benefit from those flavored juices, because we're not initially starting off with just water as we did for this first guy. We now have those flavored juices. So I also keep it in there to benefit for the pressure cookering with now flavored juices to be used for this guy over here. So let me go ahead and show you, now that we're talking about those juices, look at this amazing rich broth. So this is definitely another perk when you do your meats, whether you're doing it in a pot, slow cooking it in the oven, or a instant pot, or even a Ninja Foodie pot. You benefit from getting such natural, such delicious broth. So that's definitely a benefit to making it yourself at home. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these up. And this is basically what it is when I pressure cook and then air crisp or air fry my whole chicken. So I'm going to definitely enjoy these later on for dinner. So I will update you all once I get my lunch together. I'm figuring just to go ahead and just air fry some burger patties before me and the kids head outdoors for our relaxed homeschooling day. I will update you all once I have my lunch plated up. All right, friends, so this is what I have plated up for lunch. It is simply just 3 salted air fried burger patties with just some pats of butter. This might look boring to some, but I could have this for lunch or dinner every single day. It is never boring when this type of food and this way of eating is giving you the proper fuel, and also it is healing you. This food has me feeling the best I've ever felt in over 4 years' time. So this will continue to be delicious for me, and I will not mind this being a repeat meal ever, because it still tastes amazing. But as I said, it can never be boring. All right, friends, I will go ahead and I will update you when I have my dinner and have that chicken plated up. So I will see you all come time for dinner. All right, friends, it is time for dinner. It is past 7 p.m. So after having that early lunch, I'm definitely ready for some food. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what it looks like, us cutting it up and it plated up as well. All right, so here we are cutting into it. As you can tell, it is still juicy. So even air frying it several hours earlier in the day, it still is not lacking the juiciness. All right, friends, so this is me plated up. This is half of a whole chicken. What I simply did was I just heated up some of the chicken broth that was in the Ninja Foodie pot after cooking both chickens, and I added some butter to it. So this is going to be an amazing dipping sauce. So if you are doing this way of eating, the best suggestion I can make to you, and this is coming from someone that is definitely not an expert. I am very much a newbie, just starting this way of eating in January. Use these natural meat juices to be your condiment. Allow them to be your sauce. You know, do I indulge every once in a while in having some yellow mustard? Yes, I absolutely do, because that is still yet not the worst that I can do. But for the most part, you see me using the broth with butter as my dipping sauce. So hopefully that could be helpful to some of you. So I'm going to go ahead and eat and enjoy it while it is still hot. I want to thank you all for joining me on this Friday, and I will catch you all tomorrow. I appreciate you all. Take care.